Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I pray you're doing well. I sure do. Welcome to the Bible, block by block. Today is the 114. Friday 114, we're going to be reading the law concerning servants. That is Exodus 21, verse 1 till 11. Tough topic, huh? Alright, let us begin with a prayer. Our Father in heaven, holy is your name. Kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Sorry. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors. Do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is kingdom, glory, and honor is forever and ever. Amen. Alright. Now, here's the thing. Everybody is talking about there's slavery in the Bible, there's slavery in the Bible. And around that time, everyone was doing slavery. Right? God did not necessarily condemn slavery, but he makes certain law as a way to better take care of the slaves. Comparing to the time period and everything around, the way the Bible has you to take care of slaves is very progressive. Very progressive. Christian will love that. But anyway, very progressive, right? And then later on in the New Testament, you're gonna hear Jesus talk about a lot of stuff God doesn't necessarily annihilate, say no to, like slavery or anything like that. It's because of the hardness of the people's heart, right? So it's slowly making them like treating these people better, treating that better, slowly, until eventually it said no more slave. Like in the New Testament, it basically said no more slave, right? That's why Christianity is the one that first abolished slavery. Is the one that abolished all slavery. You can look it up. I think it was in 18 something. Christians are the one that stopped slavery throughout the world. Even Islam might not still have slavery law. They still have slavery. They still have slaves. Christians, they are the one that abolished slavery all over the board. Because the Bible is against it. As I said again, Jesus even mentioned it. You're like, God, because of the hardness of your heart, I lost some stuff, but slowly guide you to where I want you. And because you like those stuff. You know? You didn't like those stuff. But you allow them, but make it less until eventually you take it out. For example, I don't remember what country it was. I want to say Dubai, but it was not Dubai. It was one of the Middle Eastern country. I don't know why I'm saying Dubai for, but anyway, it was one of the Middle Eastern country or Indo country, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but they had this law, right? They didn't have law actually for age of consent. Yeah, just like in Islam. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about Islam. My point is, they had this no law for age of consent. And then this guy, I don't fully remember the story, but you guys can look it up. This guy wanted to stop to marrying little children, right? So he said the age of consent is that age, right? And there was a good revolt, there was civil war, so what he did later on, after everything calmed down a little bit, well, after he tried to calm everything down, he abolished that. Well, no more, prepubescent or young kids and all that sort of that, right? Instead of stopping and put the age at a certain age, like 18 or 21, I don't know what the age was, he said, okay, what about just no more prepubescent? They have to have the thing. No, I don't think it was that far. I think it was something around 7 or 9, right? And then for a year or so, he go up again, 10 to 12, he go up again, you know what I mean? And then all the way until you get to the age you wanted in the first place, right? It's like that. The hardness of the people hot, they're not gonna just accept it. Some change is just too hard to just accept right away. And God is all knowing, smarter than that guy, right? So instead of trying it and then not fail, He already know how he's gonna fail, so he's slowly guiding us where we need us to go. All right. I've been hearing a lot of, oh, that's slavery in the Bible. Yes. But you can ever say, yay, it's a good thing. Glory to you. Glory to me. But you guys are like, no. It's a guiding them. Again, even Jesus mentioned the hardness of man's heart. So God allow a couple stuff because of our hardness of our heart. And because that's why God wanted it in the first place. Alright? Since we're going to be talking about slavery, that's not really slavery, that's more servants, but as we go further, we're going to talk about more and more. Again, if you guys can find a body that had better law, better rules during that time period about slave, prove me wrong. Put in the comments, send me the link, the PDF. Prove me wrong. Okay? Anyway, this one's for the servants. And as we go further, you're going to see God is actually against people taking people but against their will. But let's focus on that for now. The law concerning servant. Now, these are the judgments which you shall set before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he shall serve 6 years, and in the 7th he shall go out free and pay nothing. By the way, it's not just for every slave, military conquest slave or anything. Again, the only group of people that did that. In the 6th year, at the 7th year, you have to let them go. Period. No longer a slave. But anyway, in the 7th, he shall go free and pay nothing. If he come in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he come in married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master has given him a wife, and she has brought him sons and daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master. Shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. But if the servant playfully say, I love my master, my wife, my children, I will not go out free. And his master shall bring him to the judge. He shall also bring him to the door, or to the doorpost. And his master shall pierce his ears with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. By the way, I know piercing is big now. Back in the day, that's what piercing was. Mark you as a slave. It was a slavery mark, just like tattoos. It was mark, slavery mark. And then again become mark of a clan. Also as a way to necromancy and all stuff like that. That's why a lot of Christians are against tattoos and piercing. If you wonder why, be like, oh, they're just crazy Christians. That's why they the way they are. Don't get me the wrong way. I am not a big fan of tattoo. I'm not gonna tell you to go to hell. And I'm also kind of a hypocrite when it comes to tattoo. I don't think a man should have tattoo. I feel like a man having tattoo is just you trying to show how tough you are. Maybe you're not as tough. You just need to wear tattoo. That's my view of it. I'm not saying that's why it is. That's my view of it. However, as I said, I'm kind of hypocrite about that. A girl having tattoo, I found that, excuse my language, hot. Depending on the tattoo and how many tattoo, too much tattoo, just, again, that's my view of it. I'm not saying you should feel the same way. That's my view of it. However, as believer, as you keep reading and you see all the stuff, I understand why people can be very, very serious and very against it. Again, I'm not gonna be telling you go have tattoo. It's okay, I don't wanna make you to sin. I'm just saying, I don't feel that way. But I understand why they feel the way they do about it. Especially the piercing. The tattoo I don't think good for a man, but it can't find hard for a girl. The piercing, I don't think anybody should do it. Again, that's my view, especially the nose piercing. That's what you do to make your bow. That's very aggressive to submit. It's a sign of submission. you put the piercing in the bull nose, and they will submit because you hurt like hell. And then the touch of it is kind of the worst pain you ever been. So seeing human with piercing, you know what I mean? Again, that's my view of it. And the Bible has plenty to say about a lot of those stuff. I don't want to be a hypocrite and say don't. When they're down, I kind of like a girl with tattoo. You're not forcing a girl to have it. You know what I mean? But the Bible has a lot of stuff to say about this stuff. Don't take my word for it. Go with the Bible, what the Bible said. I can say whatever I please. It doesn't matter what I say. Go with the Bible. I can bring you all the fact that I want. Go with what the Bible said. Don't go with what I say. Okay? Anyway, if a man sell his daughter to be a female slave, and she shall not go out as the male slave do, if she does not please her master, who has betrothed her to himself. Basically, it's as a wife. Not like sell her like sex slave or anything like that. Technically it is, yes, but as you can see, the Bible gonna go over more about what I mean to be a wife or a slave wife. But anyway. If she does not please her master, who has betrothed her to himself, then he shall let her be redeemed, that can buy her back. And he shall not have no right to sell her to a foreign people, since he has dealt deceitfully with her. If you don't want her, you can just reject her or sell her or throw her away like trash. And if he has betrothed her to his son, he shall deal with her according to the custom of daughters. If he takes another wife, he shall not diminish her food or her clothing and her marriage right. And if he does not do this three for her, then she shall go free without paying any money. Again, especially around that time, it would be like, that's messed up. 100%. It is messed up, 100%. It is messed up for that timeline. So you had to find a way to, like I said, even nowadays, especially in the Middle East, still slavery is big because Mama never go against that. He actually owns slaves. That's one of the main reasons why I can't be a Muslim. Actually owns slaves a lot. They like to bring, oh, what about PK or PH, whatever his name is, right, to become a Muslim, but he never got free. Even complaining and asking people to free him. They're not gonna tell you that, but they'll be like, see, even he become a Muslim and all that stuff, right? When they're trying to get us black men. But my point is, Bible talk about it, yes, and make it out of everyone in the timeline, in that timeline. Make it a lot very progressive for them. And again, you abolish it later because of the hardness of my heart. Alright? Thank you guys for being here. I wish I had time to read a little. You know what, let's do that. Culture and society. No historical fact. The law that requires a penalty equal to the damage caused by the crime is called lex talionis. This is a Latin term that means law of retaliations. The idea is familiar to most people through its expression in the Hebrew Bible. Some ancient codes call for the penalty greater than the injury to be repaid. Amen. Thank you guys for being here. I have to go. Pray for me, I pray for you guys, and see you guys next time.